Pretty good, you.
I don't have a phone.
I'm gonna bring it to you. Here.
Ricky, I'm gonna take you, my witness authority.
I'll do it.
So you comment security.
I'll do it. I'll get you. I'll come get you.
It's getting winter.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
You will be my protector.
That's right. All right.
I'm now riding with Dodson, my reputation.
Wait up, wait up.
Look at you, you got something.
Reputation is gone. Oh, I do.
Take it out. We're gonna keep the holder.
We had that problem before.
You have to give your holder.
Are you sure this is legal?
This is legal. I'm gonna give it back to Chris. I'm gonna give it back.
You could just get every You can't even keep your phone away. You have to take your stuff out and give others their own. It's like we can only afford one phone.
You gonna go with me in February?
Are you going that law? Is that the law? Is that the legal law?
I have to look it up, see what one
We
it is.
might go.
I'm gonna get signed up.
You went to is that the one on the, I don't know. Let's go back and look at our list.
I'll have to look it up, Sherry, see which one it is. That's when I'm going.
I thought that was the law one.
I don't think it is. I don't think.
We got a whole list, we can look. I gotta get my pen, but you don't have a pen.
Yes, sir. You can turn my phone. I got an extra one.
Hello.
I think I got one
Wayne, here's your paper. Say, all this is over here. Dr. Holmes.
Say it all straight.
Pretty good, you.
See, I like the problem.
So what she does,
Yeah, I think that's.
How appropriate is it for leeches to scan through? How to put it back?
I'm protesting because I can't get my phone.
I was getting prepared on this, the first time in flying and stuff. When was that? Was he home?
See, I didn't have any charges on my resume.
Really?
Okay, now
yeah, I guess.
James, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. It's right now 6:30. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. The opening session prayer will be given by Mitch Stonesoffer, pledge of allegiance by Ashley Carter.
Stand, please. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for the many blessings you bestow upon us, Lord. We just thank you for this school district, our community, our state, and our nation. Lord, we ask that you be with our military as they fight to protect us on our home soil and on abroad. We ask, Lord, that you lead, guide, and direct this body, and we'll just give you the praise and the glory in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 4, approval of the minutes from the November 8th, 2022 meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by William Abston, second by Mitch Stonecipher. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Number 5, additions or deletions to the proposed agenda? Do we have any? If not, we'll go to 6. Approval of the December 13th, 2022 meeting agenda. Motion by Wayne Taylor, second by William Abston. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, other executive action, we'll do all 3 of these at one time. Number 1, approve the low bid for $238,275 for HVAC unit replacements at Wilson Elementary from Action Heating and Cooling. This is part of the ESSER 2 funds. Will be paid out of. Number 2, approve the only bid received for $34,069.04 total price for the weight room equipment for Livingston Academy from Dynabody Gym and Fitness. And number 3, approve Livingston Academy wrestling tournament trips to Wayne County, Kentucky, Monticello, December 3rd and December 27th. So I'll entertain a motion to approve. We already approved the total amount for the Dynabody in the last meeting. We got a motion by James Klaus, second by Mitch Stonecipher. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to the consent agenda items, we'll do all these together as well. Letters of resignation from the following: Rita McDonald, Paula Smith, Dale Flatt as Livingston Academy head football coach, and David Sadler as Livingston Academy girls soccer head coach. Those were all in your packets. Number 2, letters of retirement from the following: Dale Flatt as instructor. Those were in your packet as well. Number 3, fiscal year 23, HQIM, Literacy Implementation Network's original budget. Number 4, fiscal year 23, ARP Homeless 2.0 Revision 1. Number 5, Livingston Academy Basketball Tournament overnight trip to Gatlinburg, December 20th through December 22nd. And number 6, Livingston Academy Basketball Tournament overnight to Franklin, Tennessee, December 28th through December 29th. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items. Motion by Ashley Carr, second by Shirley Myers. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Number 1, new business. Consider approval to grant tenure for the following personnel: Livingston Academy, Lauren Kaufman, Tanner Lacey, and Sally Rogers, as recommended by Richard Melton, principal. Wilson Elementary, Sarah Jones, as recommended by Ashley Fisher, principal. I'll entertain a motion to grant tenure.
Motion.
Motion by Alice Reed, second by Wayne Taylor. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations. Yeah, so, first off, Livingston Academy, Lauren Kaufman.
Thank you so much.
Picture.
Usually they do a picture. Do you have a photo for, I don't have mine in here. Go back behind the table.
There we go.
Do you want me to stand in front of the table?
No,
By yourself, please. Get behind the table, okay.
Right here, and I'm one of them.
Okay.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
I do have something to say. Lauren, this is her 12th year at Livingston Academy, right? She is in family consumer sciences now, and she has been crucial in helping us develop and continue our work-based learning program. So we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Next up, Mr. Tanner Lacy.
Thank you.
I believe this is his 6th year in Overton County Schools, 2nd at Livingston Academy. I think he's found his niche at LA. He teaches U.S. history. Yes. He's a good one.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And then Miss Sally Rogers.
Ms. Rogers was previously tenured in her 20 years at Jackson County High School, and this is her now 3rd year at LA, right? And she teaches chemistry and physical science, and she's a really good one.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
From Wilson Elementary, Miss Sarah Jones.
Miss Ashley Fisher is her principal, and she's unable to be here with us tonight. But I have heard enough positive comments from Miss Fisher about this one that I know she's really a good one. And the times that I've been in the classroom, very impressive. So
Dr. Holman?
we're proud to have you.
Dr. Holman, I was with her at AH for a year or two. She's one of our best.
One of the best, I agree, one of the best.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations again. Moving to item number 2, consider approval to add full-time maintenance position to budget beginning in January. This was discussed the last month or two at our meetings. Motion by Rick Dodson, second by Mitch Stonecipher. I'll ask a roll call since it is a new position.
William Abston,
Yes.
Ashley Carr,
Yes.
James Klaus,
Yes.
Ricky Dodson,
Yes.
Mike Hayes,
Yes.
Jarman Hicks,
Yes.
Shirley Myers,
Yes.
Alice Reed,
Yes.
Mitch Stonecipher,
Yes.
Wayne Taylor,
Yes.
all 4-0 opposed, motion passes.
Moving to item 3, consider approval of policy 4.700 testing programs. This was also attachment sent to you. Motion by Shirley Myers, second by William Abston. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 4, consider second reading of approval of policy 4.210 credit recovery. Motion. Motion by Ashley Carr, second by Rick Dodson. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Special recognition, OCA, Ms. Jennifer Allen.
Hello, good evening. Early Merry Christmas. I just want to congratulate the newly tenured people, of course.
So, Matthew.
Congratulations. And congratulations. A lot of people don't realize it's harder than ever to get tenure. Used to be, if you taught for 3 years and were rehired for your 4th year, it was automatic. Now the state's changed everything, and you have to have very high evaluation and test scores for, you have to teach for 5 years, first of all, and you have to have very high evaluation and test scores for the last 2 consecutive years before you can even be recommended. And that's the reason that you hear different amounts of years that people have worked before they got tenure. So a lot of people don't realize that. It is a big achievement and accomplishment to get tenure now. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for the regular agenda. At this point, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Alice Reed, second by Rick Dodson. Rick Dodson, any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned. Moving into the work session, we just want to go straight on. Everybody good with that? All All right, item number 1 on the work session, CTE grant awards.
This was a really a positive thing. Each one of our schools in the district was awarded, each one of them were awarded a grant from this for STEM. And the amounts are on this sheet. I thought I would go through and just mention to you briefly what each school is planning to do with that money. Like Allen's Elementary, they're gonna start a screen printing business. And when I say that business, that's through CTE, and they're trying to move CTE, the knowledge and understanding of CTE into the middle schools more than ever. And this is like each school can have the beginning of one business, you might say. So like I said, Allen's is a screen printing business where they can do t-shirts and so forth. Gilham, they're gonna have 8 STEM computer stations to do various things with. LMS is STEM kits and electricity for items such as electricity and rockets, microscopes and things like that. Rickman has a virtual reality science and math lab, and it includes these interactive whiteboards and hot tables. And Wilson is a robotics training and a club startup kit. So that's a lot of stuff that we might not have been able to have otherwise. The high school, they were awarded an expansion grant to expand a program that they already have. And theirs was for $9,300. And what that's gonna do is to help one of the programs that they already have there to have enough to have supplies to see that program continues to go. If any of you are aware of the cafe they have over there, the coffee shop that the students participate in, this is gonna help them with their supplies for that. And the students really enjoy that coffee shop. So we were just really tickled with all this. Leslie Riddle does a really good job with all this.
Any questions? All right, moving to item 2, discuss school safety. You got anything?
Yeah, school safety is something that we talk about all the time. There's rarely a day goes by that we don't talk about safety in some regard. I just wanted to kind of update you all on the, I'll call them the door tags that Mr. Thrasher talked to us about a couple of meetings ago. He's ordered more tags. If I'm not mistaken, he has the middle school and AH are completed. He may have more completed because I've not talked to him this week about this. And he's ordered enough tags to finish the school system. And he has got with Mr. Mosley, and he has his maintenance men are able to go around and install each one of those door tags. And it's a little more complicated than you think, because each door tag, you can't just go up and stick one on the door. Each door tag is like computerized where it's labeled for that door. You know, each one of them is different. So we're well underway on that, so that the SROs can go and check. This will help them when they go around checking the doors. The other thing I wanted to mention to you all real quick is the CRACE program that we're doing countywide. CRACE stands for the Civilian Response to Active Shooter Events. Jeremy Laycock was here that night and talked to us about that. It's my understanding that all the teachers have been trained in that, and I would say way up, a huge percentage of the support staff have too. There may be just a very few that still need that training. And I participated in that training. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do. It was really good. It was good that it was knowledgeable and beneficial information that anyone could benefit from. Not only in a school setting, but when you're at Walmart, if this happens, you might want to do this. Just very good, common sense stuff that sometimes we don't think about. It was really, really, Jeremy Laycock did a really good job on it. I'm really proud of him.
Any questions? School safety? All right, item 3, discuss IT needs assessment. And this is in the packet that Dr. Holmes, that Crystal sent out as well.
Everyone, I remember Mr. Abston discussing this at the last meeting, and I may have done too much on this. I may have asked Mr. Thrasher to do a little bit too much, I'm not sure. But anyway, here is a list of technology needs by school, and he's got it color-coded and everything for you, for us to have some good information about going forward. These are some things that we might want to look at and to keep in mind. If you noticed on there, was 2 schools that already have new intercoms. And let's see, that was the middle school, I believe, and Rickman that already have new intercom systems. And I wanted to be able to explain that to you, why they already have them. Theirs went completely out at some point in the past, and new ones were purchased for them, and that's why. But the others will still be. That'll be a need coming up. And also, when we went around to all the schools, we talked about cameras a lot. Most of the schools used the COVID money to buy additional cameras, so I was really proud that they did that. So we're in a lot better shape on the cameras now than what we could have been. Oh, and here's the main thing. I don't really think I was needing to gather this information. Like I said, I gathered way too much. I think what Mr. Abston was asking last month was, do we need additional workers for IT in the IT department? And this will come as a surprise to many of you, I suppose. It did me. But when I talked to Mr. Thrasher about this, he said that, like for instance, the day I spoke to him, he said that was a slow day. There was only 1 or 2 tickets come in, work orders come in. He said it kind of comes and goes, but he said overall he thought we were good right now. He said now in the future, there's a really good chance in the future that something could change. We might need someone, but right now he thought overall we were good. So I think we rarely ever hear that, though, you know. But Mr. Thrasher is a very sensible, knowledgeable person, and I respect him for saying that. His exact words were, "We're good at this point, but could change in the future." I wrote down exactly what he said.
Any other questions on IT? Number 4, discuss the unpaid student lunch debt. I know Mr. Taylor brought that up to me, and I talked to Dr. Holman about it. Kind of looked at all of our policy. If I'm not mistaken, Dr. Holman met with the principals and kind of reinforced the process that we use as far as sending the letters out.
And I've done that twice. I've made sure that we were following that policy. It says that we are to send weekly letters home, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it says, Ms. Taylor, you correct me if I'm wrong, it says that Ms. Taylor and the school administrators will be assisting in communicating with everyone to make sure that that's taken care of, and I know that they're doing that all the time. Them and the cafeteria managers and the school principals, administrators, they're all trying to work on that so that we can get some of that taken care of before the end of the year.
I got a quick question. There's a lot of overlapping people and parts there. So who is ultimately in charge of seeing that is done? Because you have cafeteria managers, you have principals, you have, in this instance, Ms. Taylor. So there's not exactly that I know of, a funnel or an operation with that person. Correct.
Well, in our case here, Ms. Taylor and I have talked about this, and like when I was principal, I always said if there's anything in that school that goes wrong, it's the principal. And I have got a little phrase that I use quite a bit. I won't share it with you here. That anything that goes wrong in any school, it's always the principal. And poor Mr. Melton's back there shaking his head. But Ms. Taylor and I have talked to the principals, and the principals have talked with their cafeteria managers and cafeteria workers, and the principals know that everything falls on them. Good, bad, or indifferent, it falls on the principal. Ms. Taylor and I have talked with the principals numerous times, so.
And I've even talked with the cafeteria managers.
Oh, yes.
And the letters are being sent out every week.
Yes.
Regardless of who's in charge.
But they told us that they told me, I've gone over this with them 2 times at least, and they say that they're sending them out.
Any other questions on that?
I have a question. Are these unpaid student lunch debt about the same spread over all the schools, or is it all Richard's fault?
No, believe it or not. Ms. Myers, a great deal of it is Richard's fault, but not all of it, not all of it. This is spread consistently all across the county. Yeah.
Okay, but not the same kids at all times? I mean, the same families in these schools are the ones
I
that
would
come
say
up short?
probably if we looked at it, it could be the same ones quite a bit, but it's just pretty well spread out over the whole school and school system.
Any other questions? All right, moving on to item 5, discuss coaching supplement schedule. This is something that's been brought up the last 2 to 3 weeks pretty heavily, and I know in the past, I was on the committee when we changed it the last time. But at that point, when you look at Livingston Academy, TWSAA said the head coach had to be an employee. Step forward now, that changed. It doesn't have to be an employee, but we never went back and adjusted, a coach and employee pay and a non-employee pay. And I know across the board for middle school, there's a lot of non-employee coaches out there that are getting half of what a normal coach was or employee coach does. So I think, that needs to be looked at across the board, from Livingston Academy all the way down to the middle school level. And I think in fairness to do that, I think we put a committee together to kind of have that conversation, bring it back to the board, a couple of board members. I think Dr. Holman had asked Mr. Melton to kind of head that up, then a couple board members, and if you want to grab some community folks or other coaches or, AD or whoever you want to do. I know the holidays are coming up now, and January meeting's the second week, so if you got something back by January, great. If not, we can push to February. We can do that. But Crystal, if you would, email him the schedule that we have now. You can kind of look at that, kind of go off of, and kind of talk about, what we need to do to kind of make everything, I think we're all in agreement that, there's some opportunity there across the board, not just one particular sport. But whether you're an employee or a non-employee, if you're a good coach, you should be getting the same as, in my opinion, as employee or non-employee. It's based on your coaching skills. So if you would, Mr. Melton, I'll email you a list of, I'll just tell the board members tonight who wants to be on that committee. Give me a couple volunteers. Mitch Stumsoffer.
I can, well, actually.
Mitch, Ashley, and Jarman, you two. We'll have 3. So Mitch, Ashley, and Jarman, you can just communicate with them on who you want to meet with them. If you want to grab some of your staff and some community folks and kind of meet and bring something back to us and see if we can kind of get everything in line. And I just want to be fair and consistent across the board. So, any questions on that? All right. I've got one reminder. I got it in the mail today, the statement of interest that you have to file with the state. That's due by January 31st. Hate to throw her under the bus, but if you need help, Crystal can help you. I do mine online, but if you need her to help you, she bring it by and she can help you do that. And that's the only thing I had. We'll go around. Ms. Myers, you got anything?
No.
Mr. Taylor?
No.
Mr. Reed?
No.
Mr. Dawson? Ms. Starr? Mr. Abston? Mr. Sosa? Mr. Hicks?
No, sir.
You got anything? Mr. Holt?
Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. It's coming up. And I'm really proud of our newly tenured teachers tonight, and I'm proud of all of our teachers that we have, and all the staff. We've got a good system, and I'm really proud of it.
Thank you for heading that up. That's it. We'll see you after the holidays.
Mr. Melton?